you doing, guys? So I wanted to make a quick tutorial and explain to you why maybe you shouldn't be spending money on the new storage. So what I'm gonna do is show you what I'm using and show you how long it takes to transfer, the games, and tell you guys if it's right for you. By the way, by doing this, I'm not telling you guys not to get the NVMe drives. I'm just doing this for people who might want to save some money, perhaps. So, without further ado, here we go. So, let's get to the menu. You want to press triangle. This is like a little bonus tip for people that don't know. If you're in your games, just press triangle and you go to your settings. So, you go to system. Sorry, not system. Storage. Okay, so this is my console. This is my WD Black P10 drive. You could also use other drives, but this is the one I got. It's the most bang for your buck, and I've actually played a lot of the PS4 games and PS3 games from PS Now on this thing, and they do run well. So you want to check this if you are planning to install PS4 games. This just tells the system it's a PS4 game. I'm going to install it on the external. So anyway. I'll show you what I have here. Okay, so I'm going to be moving Plague's Tale because that's the only PS5 game I have right now. The rest of these are PS4 games, so we don't need to worry about those. And I will show you the extended hard drive. So this is all my PS games. And as you can see, I have a bunch. I have some PS5 games already sitting here, just to show you that you could have them on there. Anyway, so without further ado, so the WDP10. It's a 5 terabyte drive, as you can see. It has about 4.6 terabytes of free space. I've used 1.13 terabytes, and I don't know, I have a bunch of games on here. This doesn't really give me a count for some reason on how many games I have, but it's about 30 games, 30 something on here. And you could put up a bunch more, but that's not what the video is about. This is basically giving you alternatives. What's up, dude? This is basically just giving you alternatives. Maybe you don't want to spend like 180 for 1 terabyte SSD, that you could fit into your slot. I mean, maybe you just want to put the games away. Maybe you're not playing something right now. Put them away and move them back to your SSD when you want to play them. So I'm actually gonna do some of this in real time. When it's moving, you guys could always fast forward it, because I know most people don't want to sit there and watch the little line move. So no worries. Just as long as you get the gist of the video. This is basically a series that I'm doing. I already did one series about the PS Now, and that was pretty cool. A lot of people like that one, so I want to make some more tutorial videos. I think it'll help a lot of people who have the PS5 or might be getting a PS5, and they might be looking for, to install more games and where to put them. Because you only get like 800 gigabytes of space that's usable. Well, now you get only 600 of usable space. You get 800 total. So that's not good enough for for this day and age where games are like 100 gigabytes. Some of them, that's crazy. you're not gonna have that kind of storage. So anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up my my stopwatch. App, and we're just going to see how long it takes me to basically move the files. Anyway, let's go. So what you want to do is if you want to know like what you have on your thing, you go to your system. This is the external. This is the P10 that I'm using, and this is the internal. In the internal, I have one PS5 game, and the reason why I'm making this for PS5 users is because PS4 users, you know, PS4 doesn't have an SSD, so it doesn't really affect you guys as much as PS5 users, where you guys, you know, don't have as much storage options. So what you want to do is you want to go use your R1 to move down to the PS5 games, move them, and you're gonna start moving that game to your extended drive. Now keep in mind I'm using that drive. Obviously there are faster drives. I think there's the D50. It's a little bit more expensive, but the P10, the 5 terabyte costs like $130 right now, but it's constantly on sale. You get it for $100, so it's a pretty good deal if you just want some storage. Anyway, I am gonna push move, and I'm gonna start the clock, and let's see how long it takes me. Okay, so it's moving. How you doing, Simp? Berber, what's up, dude? It's gonna move slower than SSD, obviously, guys. Just keep in mind it's an HDD, but HDDs now have a lot of bang for the buck as far as storage. You could even get like a bigger one, you know, if you want to get like a one that plugs into the wall. You get like a 16 terabyte one. Pretty much store your whole library on there, especially if you have a lot of PS4 games. But, you know, with the last update, not the one that's coming up for the SSD slot, but the last update introduced this feature. And I'm sure a lot of people have covered it. I'm sure if you've been searching for it, then you know. But I just want to kind of make it so if you guys are looking around for it, you know, maybe you'll stumble onto my channel and, you know, you're gonna learn something, hopefully. Also, give me feedback on what I should do besides editing this out. I would like to edit this out, but I kind of like to do these live. That way people have questions for me. I could always ask, you know, like answer them in time without like going to my comment section and looking to all the comments to find, you know, your question. So obviously, if you're watching after this, leave a comment, and if you guys have any other questions or maybe some other suggestions on what to do, I'm thinking about doing a keyboard and mouse review, like maybe buy like a keyboard and mouse and just plug them in, and play some games with them, see how that is. Maybe play some first-person shooter games or whatever. See if it's worth it. You know, maybe there's some of you guys you want to get a console, but you just don't like the controller because it just doesn't have the same precision. Well, you'll find out. Well, this is moving. I'm gonna just send this out real quick. Okay. So like I said, just skip this part. I know it's long. Don't really want to edit it out, but maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll skip it to like the end or something. But I kind of wanted to do it for myself in real time, just to see how long it takes to move it to the SSD and move it back. Maybe it's the same one, but I don't know. I'm gonna leave the link to the drive. It also has other storage. I believe it has a 4 TB and a 2 TB version, maybe even a 1. I haven't looked. The 2 TB, I think, is like $80, and like I said, the 5 TB is 130, but it usually goes down to 100. That's what I got it for, and I don't know, with Thanksgiving and Black Friday coming up, I'm sure you guys will be able to snag this for that price, or maybe even cheaper. So you're basically getting four more terabytes for even less money than you would get for SSD. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you this is gonna make your games fast as that drive, but this is just more if you're the kind of person who likes to store your games. Like maybe you play a game and maybe you want to come back to it eventually, but it's not something you want sitting on your system, but you don't want to delete it. Maybe you have some progress in it. Maybe you just beat the game and you want to play the 1+ version or mode rather. So this is who this is for. So yeah, it's halfway done. We're approaching 5 minutes. And like I said, obviously this isn't fast, so if you're doing this, just do that and go make yourself a cup of tea or coffee, or I don't know, do whatever you need to do. I should also mention is do not, it says do not turn the USB or your PS5, but you could also not do anything while you're doing this. So only move this when you have time, maybe in the evening or whenever. But anyway, I'm just kind of doing it live because I want to see it for myself how long it actually takes. Because I'm using a stopwatch here. Feel free to skip this part if you're watching back. Obviously, you can't do it live, but yeah, if you guys have any questions about the storage options for the PS5, if you're planning on getting it, or if you haven't, maybe you're thinking about, man, I don't have any space. I've installed all these games, and now I have to delete a game, or what am I gonna do? So this is for those people. If you are planning to get SSD and and NVMe drive, definitely get it if you have the money to do so. When the update comes, I think right now it's only in beta, you could get it. But this is just for people who want to save money, basically, and also, Anyway, I don't want to repeat myself. So we're coming up on like 7 minutes or so. Keep in mind it's like a 34 GB game. I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. So it's gonna move slow. If you guys have any questions in the comments, let me know. Just wanted to see if my sound was good. You have any questions, Berber? Or anybody else who's stopping by? Basically, if you guys are just joining us, I'm demonstrating how to store your PS5 games on a HDD drive, so you don't have to get the really expensive SSD drives that you would have to install on your PS5. You want me to do a recap? Oh, Jesus Christ. What part did you miss? Because I don't even know what you've seen. Okay, so basically, I'm seeing how long it takes to move. Well, I'm doing a few things. Okay, so it's gonna stop moving. Okay, so so to move from the PS5 to an external, I'm using the P10. It took me 8 minutes and 32 seconds. About. Okay. Oh crap! You didn't see any of it. Okay, so basically, I'm just telling people why they should get a maybe why they should forego the new SSD drives that cost like almost $200 with taxes, and maybe get like an external drive. So anyway, I will recap it. Don't worry, I'll recap the whole thing afterwards. I'm just gonna show you. So now you have the Plague Tale on here. You can't replay it. I should probably add that caveat. You cannot play it from the HDD if it's a PS5 game. You can play all your PS4 content, all your Rocket Leagues, and your whatever, all your games that are PS4 games, but you cannot play these games that are PS5, and they'll say PS5 near them, in case you forget. What's up, sir? I'm just demonstrating. So I'm going to recap it for a few people. So basically, I'm just demonstrating how long it's going to take to move. And should you get SSD or maybe just stick with HDD? Because they're cheaper. And, maybe some people would want to save some money. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the counter and I'm going to move this back. So let's say you want to play this game on your console. Press OK. And it'll start. Okay, now I could recap it for you guys who are in the comments. By the way, if you guys are watching this back, you could skip all this moving stuff and just get to the end. I'll let you guys know how long it took to move all this stuff. But this is just a demonstration of why I think this is a good way to go for some players, especially if your console is filled up, like some people in here. Anyway, yeah. So you can also do this on the PS4, but the reason why I'm saying I'm saying PS5 is because PS5 is the one that has SSD. PS4 has a regular hard drive, so you could just add another hard drive to it, and you just have an extra storage. That's not a problem. PS5, it's a bit different. It only comes with 600 usable space. If you could uninstall Astro's Playground, which is a good game, by the way, you guys should play it. But if you want to get some space, you could definitely uninstall that game. And yeah, so we're just going to make small talk. If you guys want to ask me questions now, this is a good time while it's moving. Probably should have demonstrated what would happen if you if you try to play it. It'll just say to move it back to the SSD. This is an update that came out about 2 months ago or something like that, maybe a month and a half ago. And it introduced this feature. And maybe not a lot of people know about it because now everybody's talking about getting like a $200 SSD, which is like a 1 terabyte. And that's fine for a lot of people. And it's going to be fast. It's going to be much faster than this. But, maybe you want to save some money or just get more storage for your money. This is what this video is about, in a nutshell, Berber. And let me know if you guys want me to do any other stuff. Maybe how to set up a better connection on a PS5 so that you get the best upload and download speeds, for example. I could do that. Yeah, just let me know, like, if you have any questions about the system. I know a lot of people don't have it yet. I'm gonna try to make this into a series. If there's something that's coming out or a new update comes out, maybe I'll do some reviews on updates. I'm gonna assume this is gonna take about the same amount of time to move it back and forth. I'm not sure what I probably should have checked with the read and write speeds. Let me just while I'm doing this. Hopefully I didn't restart my. Okay, it's still going. WDP10 read and write speed. So it's 7,000 megabits per second write speed. Sorry, read speed, which means, and 5.3 megabytes write speed. So this actually might take a little slower to write it onto my hard drive. Well, we'll see. Maybe it won't. There are faster drives, by the way. You know, but I just found this to be the best bang for my buck, and I've been using it to play PS4 games, and they run all flawlessly. So I definitely recommend this drive if you guys have like a extended PS4 collection. You just want to install your games on there and play them without having them on your system. But this video is about just moving the PS5 games and kind of keeping them on the hard drive. You know, when you don't need them, and when you need them, just put it back like I'm doing right now. Hopefully I'm explaining everything, you know, well, if you guys have any other questions. I will leave the links to everything I'm using, mainly the hard drive. So you guys could go get it yourself. Especially if it's like there's like a deal on it. I think it's a really great value. So yeah, we're 3/4 done. It's about 6.5 minutes, so I'm assuming it's gonna be about the same. That one was about 8.5 minutes. I'm just doing this in real time, just because I want to see for myself how long it takes to move it, and also maybe you guys will be interested in it. I don't know. The simp gang. I like it. I'm trying to be informative. I mean, there's not much to say. I kind of said everything. I don't want to just keep waffling on. So we're coming up to. Okay, there you go. 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Nice. All right. It's actually a little faster. So yeah. So that's cool. Now I got Resident Evil Village back on my console. So let's confirm it's there. Sorry, not Resident Evil Village, A Plague's Tale. See, now it's in here. So yeah, so now you could start playing it again if you want to. And if you want to move it, like I said, you go to move PS5 games. You can also move PS5 content if you want. Just remember which drive. This is the console, this is the external. Let me recap. You want to check this on if you want to move your PS4 games. So if you're installing them, they're going to go right to your external. If you want to safely remove the drive, you go here and you safely remove it. And as you guys could see, like on my console, like with this game, it's like a 30. I only have, you know, not a lot of space. I mean, taken up on here. So if I want to play this game, like maybe in a little bit, maybe a couple of months or a couple of weeks, I could, you know, pop it back into my PlayStation and start playing it. Anyway, guys, if you guys don't have any more questions, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Anybody in the comments? Anything you guys want to ask me about? Alright, so yeah, so you guys are pretty satisfied. Very good, man. Alright, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you guys found it informative. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more tips and gaming and vlogs and all that stuff. Alright, guys, have a good one.